Hello, beautiful souls. It's Kat from Elevate, my channel where we talk about recovering from toxic relationships and regaining our self-love and self-esteem. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe now and press the bell icon so that you can get notified of any new videos. Today's topic is going to be how to get over a breakup. And I know everyone has dealt with this topic before. Everyone's had their heart broken. Everyone has had to deal with losing someone that they love. And I just wanted to go into it a little bit because I do have a free breakup guide. It's geared more towards toxic relationship breakups, but it could also be any kind of breakup, really. You know, it's a bunch of healing tips and ideas and some journaling prompts to kind of get your mind thinking about the things you need to think about to move forward and heal. So I definitely want to encourage you, if you are going through a breakup, I'm going to touch upon a few things in this video. However, you may want to download the 10-page PDF guide, and down in the links below here, you will find that guide. So it's totally free, and it's more of just like a quick start healing primer, and it will help you to like kind of know what to do and have a little bit of a plan on those first days when you have just broken up, or if you're really suffering and you're not really sure what to do next. So try that out. I'm going to just read a little bit from that, and just forgive me. I've been sick, so I'll be drinking some tea if I need to, if my voice starts to get a little funny. Unfortunately, I feel like everybody's sick, but I am losing my voice a little bit from time to time. So I'm going to be pulling this information from my breakup guide, and it's something I link on all my videos, actually, so you may have seen it before. You may have already signed up to download it. I am going to be having a course coming out next month, which is a more in-depth breakup recovery guide. So it's actually a 6-part course. Each part has its own topic, and then it has lessons within. So each module, there are 6 modules, and then there are 3 lessons within each module. So 18 lessons altogether. That's much more in-depth and detailed than, you know, my little breakup guide that I have down below. But you can kind of get an idea of, you know, some things from the breakup guide below to get you started, and it's free. The other course will not be free. That's coming out on Valentine's Day. I thought it was a really nice thing to give yourself. If you're not doing anything for Valentine's Day, if you're heartbroken, if you've had a breakup and you're not healed, then it's a great Valentine's present to give to yourself to get this course. And I'll be doing a little bit more of a preview on that course in another video. So today, let's talk about getting over a breakup. Like, what do you do? Like, obviously, the first few days, you're probably devastated. You can probably not move, you cannot eat, you can probably not sleep. You know, all of us have felt that feeling of paralysis where we can't get back into our own lives like we used to. And I get it. You know, it's really tough. You're dealing with a lot. You're dealing with like biological things. You're dealing with emotional things, psychological things. There's a lot of bonds to this person that you loved, right? So I can understand that you are not able to move, maybe. You are not able to function. You are not able to work. And I think that's normal. I think most people are in that predicament when they first break up with someone that they really cared about, right? You might want to reach out to the person. You know, you might want to try to fix it. It depends on, you know, if it was a toxic person, of course, you know, my advice is don't reach out, don't fix it. If it wasn't a toxic person, it's hard to say. But at any rate, the advice that people usually give, and I agree with it, is that no contact makes sense. You know, doing no contact makes sense because either way, whether you wind up with that person or not later on, like let's say they're not toxic and you may wind up with them later on, no contact gives you some time to regroup. It gives you some time to kind of get yourself situated. Let's say get your independence back. Let's say get yourself back. And especially if you're with a toxic person, my advice is don't go back at all. But I would say either way, no contact is the way to start out. So because what you want to do, and in the breakup guide, I talk about the first priority should be you. So you might have been in this relationship, whether it was healthy or not, and most of your focus could have been on the relationship itself and also on your partner. And if your partner had toxic tendencies, a lot of your feelings and your focus will have been on your toxic partner and that relationship. Maybe you knew the relationship wasn't working. Maybe there were fights. Maybe there were issues. Maybe you were always trying to fix it. And so your focus was on them and on the relationship. But really, your focus has to be on yourself. Like your focus wound up sliding off into the wrong place. So it happens to everybody, and it's very common, especially in a toxic relationship that you're trying to save. Your focus becomes saving the relationship problems, trying to figure out how to fix things. It's very common. But now you have to bring that focus back to yourself. You are your first priority. And you are the only one who can keep yourself safe from toxic people or unhealthy situations. So it's up to you to do that. As an adult, there is no one else who's going to do that for you. So I would say the first thing is, yes, you're going to have those low times where you can't do anything. But when you start to feel like you can do something for yourself, or you're laying around, not sure what to do next, start to think about bringing the focus back to you. Start doing no contact for sure, no matter what, whether you were the person who dumped the other person or they dumped you. Just start this period, at least a month of having no contact with this person and just focusing on yourself. Because no matter what, like I said, whether you get back with that person or not, if they were a healthy person, maybe that's a possibility. But either way, this time will be good for you to regroup and to really think about what went wrong here, and also where you went wrong, especially if you have changed your whole focus to the other person or the relationship and you're not focused on yourself enough. So, I'm going to just read a little bit from my guide. So the process of starting to detach and healing from a toxic relationship requires a multi-step approach using tools for the body and mind. Our bodies are much more linked to trauma than we realize, and our nervous system is often reacting automatically to things despite our conscious mind. Our conscious mind and our sympathetic nervous system can even directly contradict one another, making moving on from a toxic relationship about more than just pure willpower. I know you can't just get over it. I know you can't just move on right away. It's not going to happen, right? When you're feeling a fight or flight response or the physical effects of a trauma bond, you may have difficulty making the best decisions because your body is in a primitive mode. First, you need to calm the nervous system down using tips from this book, and then you will be able to think more clearly and decisively. The physical effects of breakups are real, and they need to be addressed so that you may fully heal and move beyond your past. So this is just a little bit about like how trauma lives in the body. And so like this breakup is going to trigger a lot of trauma from the past. So it could be triggering rejections, like let's say from your first love. The rejection you felt from that breakup now becomes triggered. It's like it's going to unearth a lot of feelings. And it's not always necessarily about this person. It's about your past. It's about your past traumas. It's about what's still living in your body as a traumatic experience. Could be from your childhood, could be from your first love, some kind of bad relationship rejection you had a few years ago. This is all going to kick up. So you have to recognize like kind of what's yours and what's them. So, you might be feeling like you want to reach out to this person and get back together with them. But do you really want to get back together with them? It's hard to say. Like maybe you don't want to get back together with them. Maybe you just want to not be rejected. So there's like a lot of different pieces that that things can mean. And until you really like break all this down, you're not going to be able to know what your real motivations are, what your real feelings are. So definitely be journaling as much as you can, like, and take care of yourself. Like, especially in the first few weeks, I feel like people need to really baby themselves. Like, have that favorite meal that you love. Like, don't deny yourself things. Treat yourself a little bit. Treat yourself to buy something or a meal. I'm not saying, go, fall off the wagon and start binge eating. But I think like if you're going to treat yourself to a nice meal every couple of days and just kind of treat yourself a little bit better than usual, I think it's a nice idea to do that for yourself because it's taking care of yourself. Wear comfortable clothes, cozy clothes, take showers. Like showers are huge and baths are huge. Showers, release hormones that will calm your body. So especially at night, if you can't sleep, take a hot shower and it'll help you sleep. Also, taking a bath, you can take an Epsom salts bath. Epsom salts are huge. It makes a big difference, especially like with soothing your body. And if you have any aches and pains, Epsom salts are amazing. Want to walk every day, I know, or do yoga or both. So you're probably not going to want to feel like exercising. And I get that. That's fair. But I would say try to walk every day for like 30 minutes and get out into nature and just like kind of be moving. Dancing is great. Like if you have some music you love that's really going to make you dance, definitely listen to that. And for the times when you're just like completely low energy, it's okay to watch TV. Like I have no problem with saying that sometimes mindless television, like for me at night, mindless television is actually relaxing to my brain. So I have a very intense mind that is thinking deeply all the time during the day. Like I have to do a lot of critical thinking and a lot of executive functioning in my brain for my job and also for other endeavors like this YouTube channel. And because of my brain is constantly problem solving, constantly critical thinking, constantly being used all day, it's very intense. And at night, even though I'm not in a situation where I just had a breakup, but because I have used my brain all day, it's exhausted. And I find that watching like old shows from like when I was a kid or things like that, that helped me during a breakup, just like mindless television. Like it whatever you think is mindless and it's just sort of like soothing to you, like it brings you into a relaxed state. I would say definitely try that because the old movies, like things like that. I remember when I did have a breakup, with my narcissistic ex-boyfriend, when I was recovering from that, which was very difficult, I did start watching a lot of TV shows from when I was a kid. And it really helped me. I really enjoyed like kind of going back to that place where things were very simple, I guess you could say, and there were no problems. So just going back, intend to heal, like make an intention to heal and actually hold that intention. So I would say just in your mind, say, I'm going to heal. Like I can do this and I'm going to feel better a month from now. I know I'm going to do no contact. I know I'm going to practice these healing routines and modalities. And I am going to feel better. Tell yourself that. Don't tell yourself, I'm not going to make it. I can't live without him or her. That's not going to be the right thing to tell yourself. So you have to kind of come across with a clear message to yourself because what you say, what you think often is what happens. So don't predict failure for yourself. That's not going to be good. I'm going to give you 3 tips now. And the guide actually has 8 tips, but I'm going to give you the 3 tips. I'll read them to you so you can get some idea of what I recommend for getting over a breakup. So how to begin healing emotionally. So there's different aspects to healing, as I mentioned before. So emotionally is one aspect. Self-love after a toxic relationship. Shift your focus back from them onto yourself. This is the single biggest change which will allow you to heal your trauma and provide you with a clearer path towards a happier future without an abusive partner. This includes going no contact with your past toxic partner and ending all communications. Anytime your mind wanders to think about them, what they're doing or who they're with, bring yourself back by reminding yourself to focus on you alone and your beautiful new life without abuse. This is going to be hard. Our mind will wander to those people, will wander to that relationship. That's normal. Your mind's going to do that. You have to break that habit, and you have to learn how to control your own emotions. You can journal at that time. You can distract yourself, like I said, and for a while, to try to flip. But you can do affirmations. There's a lot of different things you can do, but you want to try to bring the focus back to you. Every time you think about them, switch it, flip it. Number 2, accept who they are and what has happened. One of the hardest things to do is accept that our past partner was abusive, even though he or she may have acted loving at many times. Abusive partners do show affection and care towards us at times, which makes leaving even harder. We become accustomed to the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde switches, yet we want to believe the best in someone. The trauma bonding from intermittent reinforcement is compounded as the cycle continues. Get out of denial and stop making excuses for their poor behavior. Real healthy love is consistent, not inconsistent. So you want to kind of get real on accepting who they are and what really happened. Like you might have rose-colored glasses because you really love this person, but you've got to start to really pinpoint, and I would advise writing it all down. You've got to start pinpointing who they really are. Number 3, spend most of your leisure time on self-love, self-compassion, and physical care of yourself. Develop rituals for yourself, such as daily exercise routines, music playlists, etc. Keeping to a routine will help you focus and moving ahead with small daily steps. So you want to stay focused on yourself and loving yourself, like I said. So, you have to try to think what's going to comfort you. Like as if you were like a mother comforting a child, you want to be that person for yourself. And it's hard because we might not be used to that. We might be used to not comforting and just kind of beating ourselves up. Some people beat themselves up. They're very hard on themselves. They might blame themselves for the relationship ending, but you did the best that you could. There's nothing you could really have done better. You did everything, played out the way it was supposed to play out. You did everything that you possibly could. So I think really focusing every day and saying, today I'll focus on self-love. Today I'll focus on caring for myself. Today I'm going to do XYZ for myself. Make plans. Like I said, plan out an exercise routine and plan out the nice things you're going to do for yourself. And, so the night before, for the next day or the morning of, plan out, I'm going to do this, and this for myself. It's going to help you feel like you're cared for. And the whole point is that you don't feel cared for by this other person. You have to be the one who cares for yourself instead. So whether or not this person is, has left you, has made you feel rejected, has made you feel worthless, has made you feel unlovable, you have to be the one who loves yourself. You have to be the one who takes care of yourself. So you have to fill your own cup without them. And I know that seems so hard because it seems like there's a void in your life, and there's a lot more to this emptiness that you'll feel. You do feel like an emptiness when this person is gone, but you have to be able to fill that emptiness with your own self-love to get to a place where you heal and you feel okay without this person. Because, our whole idea of evolving and personal development is that we can be whole and complete people on our own. You shouldn't need to be in a partnership or in a relationship to be whole and complete. You need to feel whole and complete by yourself. So I feel like if you try these tips and also download the guide, you'll get more tips and more journal prompts. It might help you if you're dealing with this issue on how to get over a relationship, especially a toxic relationship, which this was specifically written. You might need the full course, which is coming out next month, but the toxic heartbreak remedy. However, right now, this is all we have because this is all I've made so far. And it can start you at least on a path of doing something. And again, the longer course will expand upon a lot of this and go even further into psychological, biological, emotional types of healing. But this could start you at least doing something. So if you're ready and you're feeling like it's time to heal, it's time to start moving along, or you're just like at the end of your rope and you have no idea what you're doing. You're just like, I'm just laying around being brokenhearted and I don't know what to do. Try this guide. It's free, and see if it helps you. Also, if you know any friends who are in this situation, feel free to send them this video. If they're going through a tough time, that might help them as well. I hope you enjoyed this video today. And of course, please subscribe and press the bell icon to be alerted of any new videos. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, it would be great if you subscribe and like this video. It's really nice to get likes on my videos because the YouTube algorithm does register those, and then my videos can go out to more people. So it'd be great for you to press like right now if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.